The 1950s were a difficult era. Being a child meant there was no legal help available, especially in rural Northwest Arkansas. I grew up in a very poor home, and I've decided to tell my story. It's not pretty, but I feel like there's so many of us out there that have been abused, and that abuse continues today worldwide. I am working to try to be a voice crying in the wilderness of domestic violence and sexual abuse, to enact laws and to offer encouragement to any out there who are being abused even at this moment. At this moment, every 68 seconds, a child is being sexually abused. As a child in the farthest reaches of my mind, at 6 years old, I was an old woman before I was ever a child. My earliest memories in rural Arkansas are of physical and sexual abuse by family members. This abuse was one of the darkest periods of my life. It was tedious, harsh. Living conditions were bad. I felt invisible. I didn't exist. I was just a ghost. Just a shadow of a little girl. Making the most of loneliness was almost unbearable. I learned to keep my soul essence hidden from everyone. My teachers, my Sunday school teacher, anyone. I dared not let them see what was inside of my soul. As I cried myself to sleep at night, I wondered, where was God? Did he care? Would he ever send help? I often looked for angels behind trees, but I never found an angel. I slept with rags covering my beaten body. The flies often would bite those sores. I huddled there hungry and alone. I was too young to have to bear such a burden alone, but I endured, and so did my questions. Where was God? Mama, why don't you love me? What have I done wrong? Mama, why do you hate me? Why are you touching me? It hurts. Is it my fault that you're touching me? I asked God why Mama doesn't love me. Silence in these darkest hours of my life. It was very difficult. I wanted an answer from God. I was born cross-eyed, couldn't walk straight. I stumbled, falling often, earning a switching from Mama. I would ask, Mama, what am I doing wrong? I've done the dishes. The clothes are all clean. I've used the rubber board like you asked. Am I just not fast enough? Am I not cooking the food right? Daddy, why are you mad at me? I am so sorry, Daddy. I didn't mean to cause you to be mad. Please don't whoop me anymore. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I promise, Daddy, I'll be better. I can fix it. If you just tell me what I'm doing, Daddy. Daddy, why are you touching me? I don't like it. It hurts when you touch me bad. Will anyone ever listen to my cries and help me? Oh God, where are you? Daddy, didn't I milk the cows right? I tried. I hurried as fast as I could. Little sister's helping. She gets the feed and carries it to each cow, but she's only 2 years old. Why won't you feed us, Dad? We're so hungry. I cook, but y'all grab the food and eat it, and you give us none. I've been milking one of the cows so Sister could eat. And I milk where y'all can't see me. Sister's so tiny. I'm scared. I hug her amongst the rags to keep her warm. But I'm so afraid that she's going to die from being cold and hungry. What if I wake up and she's dead? What am I going to do? God, where and when will you send help? I need help. Is this my fault? Or am I just a bad seed like you tell me? Do you hate me for what I can't do? God, do you hate me? Why isn't what I'm doing enough? They tell me I'm nothing but a blind idiot, spawn of the devil. What does being a spawn of the devil mean, God? Is the devil here? Is he going to get me, God? As I look back to that little 6-year-old girl, I accept God was building my character and holding me through all the sexual abuse, teaching me of Him, and leading me into the light which finally filled my soul when I accepted Jesus at age 11. As I began to read my Bible secretly, God started enlightening my heart with the truth of His Word. I recognized the sins of my mother and dad, brother and 3 uncles. It was not my fault, nor is it my fault, for the horrific abuse I survived. I began to realize that people choose to do evil. They choose to abuse and victimize us, the children, who are supposed to be safe. I want to encourage you hearing my story of abuse. I want you to know it is not your fault. You did nothing wrong. God's precious love for you and I is the best. In fact, He said, "Suffer the little children to come unto me." And He said it's better that a millstone be tied around someone that would hurt a child, that it's a death sentence to those who are abusers. We are His perfect creation. God's precious love for you and I is the very best. We are His perfect creation. Beautiful, special, wonderful. These memories of my 6-year-old awakening has haunted my life, but the survival has shaped my empathetic journey of writing my story. I have chosen a path of God to become a bruised, fighting warrior for the abused as a minister, chaplain, counselor, mother, and a writer. I've been spurred forward by the question, where was the help? By letting that question inspire me, I pursued a college education. I've written my counseling book, and it's used in court to fight the perpetrators of abuse. Writing has been my redemption through the love of God and His inspiration. I'm no longer a ghost child, but a child of the King. As a child, I was hurt, but I refused to be broken or fall into the trap of self-pity and addictions. I chose to walk instead in God's healing and restoration. I'm eternally grateful for the holiness of God, who cleansed me of all the nasty out of my heart. He has restored my soul to walk beside the still waters of hope. My understanding was awakened as a 6-year-old child. I determined to escape. I did escape. I said I would be better, and I have been better. My life is a testament to the resilience of turning painful experiences into a source of creative power of the written word, my stories. I may not be able to change my past, nor you change your past, but you can become bigger and better than those who chose to harm you. Their choices do not define you, nor control you, who you become in the future. You are who you choose to become. I'm encouraging you to become. You are important. Find a church that supports your healing journey. And as I did, get all the education you can. Tell your story. Name the perpetrator. Don't cover up what's been done to you. Don't let fear rule your life. I want you to know you're valuable and a beautiful human being a child of the King of Kings, Jesus.